Go.
Okay guys, just went through a run through and I saw a bunch of you guys do it today on 13.4, so just a quick couple of tips so that way I don't have to get everybody individually and let them know about all these tips individually, because I don't know when you guys are going to do it, but a few things to note when you're going through this workout to be efficient as possible is one, it's a grip. It's a big grip workout for one. 2, it can start to burn your legs. And 3, you don't want to get any no reps whatsoever on this workout, especially on the clean and jerks, because it's such a time waster or a time taker for each clean and jerk. But that being said, when you're doing your cleans, you want to make sure and receive the bar with your hip back and your heels planted. So if I receive the bar on my clean, I want to make sure that my heels are planted into the ground and not catching with a forward hip. All that forward hip is going to do is one, make it hard for me to make sure that I get a clean rep, because that bar is going to want to go forward. We want to make sure that bar is a clean rep. So what we want to do is when we receive, we want to catch, make sure everything you can catch with your hips back, so that you receive already in that position to explode up. It's a much faster transition, also takes a lot of the work out of your quads and puts it into the posterior, which is, you're going to definitely need your legs and your posterior if you're having 2 motors move the bar. So when you catch the bar and you jerk it, a big thing that I've seen is a lot of the bars are traveling on people, and again, you want to be as efficient as possible with the clean and jerks. So when you hit your overhead, follow that bar down and almost give it a spin towards you, and you're controlling that bar, so when that bar lands and bounces, it's right back in place for you to set up. So instead of chasing that bar in front of you, dropping it, chasing it, or dropping it, and start to move this way and that way, make sure that bar comes closer to you. So for example, if I'm clean and jerking here, I catch it here, come up, when I'm done. Not a very good example. Try that again. So, catch, and when I jerk, I want to make sure I spin it in front so that I'm set up for the next one. Try not to let that bar travel too much. On the toes to bar, just as the efficiency of a toes to bar period, your first rep should always be jumping into the bar and not up at the bar. I'm out of breath already from that. It's not up. If you jump up, you have to establish a really good kick to have that momentum to pull the toes up to the air. So if you see a lot of beginners when they're first learning the kip, they jump at it and they kind of get the swing and they pull. We almost want to use that momentum to carry us into that first rep. So if I'm going this way, I want to jump to the bar. I want to get that bar. I want to make sure that my hands are wide enough to allow my feet to come in between them and also shorten the range of motion. So as I come into the bar here, I'm already going to be establishing that swing. Alright? And so when I kip, my goal, and Eric will tell you this too, your kip on your back, if your legs are close together, it's a much more efficient and tighter kip than if you see those old school CrossFit kicking videos where their legs are super far apart from the back of your hip and they're kipping through. If your legs stay tight, you have a much better chance of a tighter kip. If your legs stay tight, your legs are longer as well for that up on that touch of the toes to bar. The wider my feet are, the shorter or the longer I'm going to have to pull up to hit the bar. Okay? So as I jump, I'm really going to try to keep my legs together. So as I jump into the bar, 1, makes for a more efficient motion. And you see people like Renee, and I think actually Abel does this too. You know, the king and queen of toes to bar. But it helps. There's another thing there that you probably saw me do, is more of a fold than a knees kip. For me, it's much more efficient to fold because I feel like I'm doing a crunch if I'm bringing my knees too far up. And if I'm crunching, that means I'm expending more energy to contract. So if I can fold and I have decent flexibility, fold into the bar, I get less no reps that way if I'm folding. A lot more efficient for me. So I recommend trying that. Some of you all do the knees to kick, knees to elbows kick. I'm more efficient at the fold. Renee's very similar to that too. But those are my tips on the bar. Don't chalk up too much. Don't be a chalkboard. Get liquid grip. You can bar it from me. My wraps work pretty good for the hands. I don't even have to chalk up because that tape actually doesn't need chalk. So those are my tips. You know, let me know if you guys have any questions, and we'll see you guys on Saturday or Friday.
Cool. Later.